get a call from a friend of mine, and he's like, "Hey, did you see what happened last night?" I was like, "What?" Like Makazi was in studio with Monada, and then the song is going to be huge. You know, I think a lot of Casper is a very good example of trying to move around, because you never really know where the gold is.
Yeah.
You know, when you say you this and then this is out of fashion, what are you going to do now? How long has hip hop been dead now? But you know what I like about people like Oma Porisa, right? People like Oma Porisa, they come in, he doesn't necessarily fully own the sound. He just rides with the people that own the sound. So it's very easy for him to just jump from one genre to another, you know, because he was the gom guy.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he was able to transition with Kabza using the piano thing. So people didn't say he's a sellout. If you go into a club right now, and then they've got a lineup of chess piano guys, and then somebody from Limpopo comes in, you can see things will change now, you know?
Hello everyone, this is KG. Welcome back to the podcast, Who Got The Juice. Today we have Melly PR. Hello, man.
Hey, you just got serious at the time. Looks like you're about to read the news.
I'm a little bit nervous. We haven't done this in a while.
Oh.
You're making me a little bit nervous. I don't know. Okay, cool. How are you, bro?
Good, man. And you?
I'm good. Thank you very much for coming through.
Anytime.
Sure.
You're my guy, you know.
Shut up. Shut up. Okay. I mean, for everyone that doesn't know you, can you just give us a little bit of an introduction, who you are and what you do?
The name is Melvin Ramatopo. They know me as Melly Music PR. I'm a professional stripper. I'm into PR and public relations and marketing. I've been working in the music industry for over 10 years now, and I'm still broke, but hey, we shall get there eventually.
Yeah, we'll get there. How did you get into PR and everything?
I think if I had to take it back, started doing music myself. I was a rapper since the age of 14.
Oh.
I used to do shizness back in the day when shizness was hot. Remember those days?
I remember those days.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. I think the episode I did shizness, I think the Les was the host at that time, because there was a part where the Les was hosting. I think I was like 16, I was still in high school. That 15 minutes of fame was the one. You know? So yeah, I did music. I met and I did it professionally. I think I met how can I put it? The right, wrong people that put me on certain platforms where I was able to, conquer a bit. But Mudimo sometimes.
Yeah, I mean.
So I remember I was in a crew, and then at some point I went solo. I did my thing alone, and then I just realized that, even in the crew, I was like, there were things that I was doing behind the scenes, and I really enjoyed it. So I was like, you know what? Not everybody can be on the mic sometimes, There's somebody that needs to be behind the scenes to make sure that things move. So just decided to be that guy. Started getting my mentorship from Lance Stir. Shout out Big G. He's actually the one that taught me everything that I know. Taught me the whole game. So I've just been in and out of the Ghetto Rough studios there and there, seeing what's happening, this and that. And then he decided to just come and work with me. Moved to Joburg, and I started working with him behind the scenes at that particular time.
When was this? Do you remember the year?
Oh, I think I was 21, 20, and I'm 32 now, turning 33 in July, looking the present.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it was a pretty long time ago, man. Over 10 years, I think.
Yeah.
So started working with him there, started teaching me the ropes of how things work. And I think the great thing about working with a person who's been in the game for over 30 years is that he will tell you all the nitty-gritties that you need to know about certain things. There's always loopholes there and there. He knows where to go to get the money.
Yeah.
When it comes to that. So he gave me took me out the hood, that guy, That's why I always respect him, no matter who can say what way, people can say bad things about you. There's also people that can say good things about you at the end of the day, So it literally saved my life. had the opportunity to work with guys like Abufusi Nova, Bontando, I had the opportunity to work with Techno from Nigeria, Onismas from Malawi, Begezela, dog, the list is too long, dog, So he taught me a lot of things there, and then with me working there, I got there as just the guy that's going to be doing the PR and marketing, but he was able to move me around. So literally I just learned how to basically run a record label. When the driver's not there, I'm delivering the CDs, the musica. When this person is not there, I'm doing that, I'm doing road management, I'm doing this and that. So I just learned everything from everywhere, So yeah, I've just always been behind the scenes like that, which I liked. It's more peaceful.
Yeah, okay, this is interesting. It's good to know. I mean, for people that don't really understand what you do, what is it that you do? Because, I could be an audience and be like, yo, there's Melly PR.
Yeah.
But what do you actually do? What is...
Yeah, PR is more or less public relations, goes hand in hand with marketing. What I do is I make brands and people famous, I put them out there and I give them to the market, If you come to me and say, hey, we want me to do PR for this, we take this and give it to the people, lie it to them a bit, or hey, this thing flies at night. And then they'll take it,
You market the product.
Yeah, I market the product, whether it's in music, because a lot of people know me for music only,
Yeah, I think I know you from music.
Yeah, I've worked outside of music before. I've worked with actors, I've worked with political parties where I did like campaigns for political parties. So I've worked with quite a few people outside of the music industry too, but my main thing is music. But I'm always trying to just try different things, which is, I think, is a good learning curve and a learning experience for me.
Okay. In your journey, what do you think has been the most difficult or the hardest challenge you had to face and you were able to overcome, but you still see from time to time, this is always a problem. This is always a problem.
I think it's working with artists. When you start working with artists and nobody knows who they are, and then all of a sudden they start getting this fame, now they just start thinking, who's this now? You must change.
Yeah.
I'm this big person and wara,
But you, at the time, you made them big.
Yeah, me and God.
Yeah, you and God.
Made them big. There's a possibility that even if I wasn't there, somebody else was going to take, because if God set a route for you, it's going to happen, whether with me or not.
Yeah.
But then he made me a part of the journey, So I still deserve the respect that I'm due because of I was there,
Yeah.
So hey, that is because you don't know. Like the fame is a drug, dog. Fame. Oh, he knows. Yeah. Fame is a. We've worked with musicians.
I've worked with
the drama queen, the drama king.
Diva.
Yeah, get the diva sometimes, and then now I'm full of shit self, We'll beep that out. I'm full of shit. So I'm always, if this thing is toxic, I'm out of there. I don't give a fuck who you are, how big you think you are. If that shit is not working for me, then I'm out. I don't care, for my sanity, because a lot of people musicians have that ego, even if he's not there, I'll do this and that,
Still make it without you.
Yeah, and then we've seen it a lot of times when people leave their stables or their teams and work with other teams, and the dynamics is just not the same, For example, remember the Bunch situation, where he was working with Don Jazzy, and Don Jazzy used to write for him. He knows him as an artist, as an entertainer.
Yeah.
When they went to the Kanye there, and the Bunch was like, hey, Don was like, Don, why are we here anyways? We making more money in Nigeria. Let's go back home, and this whole thing is not working out. And that guy was like, I'm staying here, And he left, Things went downhill from there, because the person that actually knows his sound and knows what he needs. The last big song he had was that song. You remember that song?
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, the one that he dropped in Good Music, under Good Music. That song we worked on it with Don Jazzy. That was the last one, And then things just started going south from there, So you need to really have like a solid team. A lot of people don't understand that, or there's people that have to be behind the scenes that are making things happen.
Yeah.
Because the people on radio are not going to rush to play your music because you think you're this person.
But you have a good song.
As long as they don't get it, then hey, we didn't get it. It's fine. So you need a big team. You need a team, a proper team. You need a structure.
All right. I mean, the way I understand it, you have so much knowledge to a point where you can have your own label. Have you ever thought about that, or are you doing something like that?
I've got my own label.
Okay.
It's just that running a label is very expensive, right? So I tend to, I've got a label, I drop artists, but it's that thing of, you know what, let's just stop music and see how people receive it. Because a lot of people say I'm a musician, but they don't have content. You know? We're in the content game. So if you're going to be saying you're a musician, like drop the music, let's see the reception first. I've got an artist that I'm pushing from my own label. Well, I've got multiple labels and other labels that I'm partnering with other people. So I've got my hand over there. And then they new, you know, it's new labels. My label is less than a year old now. Okay. So when the lady's doing very well, Emily Mohops, she's doing numbers. Everything is just gradually growing, you know. So these things it takes time. Yeah. It takes time and it needs a lot of money, you know.
Being the one who did Batista.
Yeah,
okay.
That's the one. That's the lady, you know. So
she's
she's been doing great, and I like the fact that she knows. She doesn't wait for me to say, hey, do this, do that. She's always on the move, you know. She just did a gig, Libo Oskambo there, her launch.
Oh, nice.
You know, and everything. It went great, full house, you know. She's gradually growing, and then she's going far. So yeah, it's pushing a label is difficult, but it's more beneficial than just working on a client base, because that artist is not really yours. They'll just pay you your fee, and then they will make 100 million there, and then you just got your little fee, and then, you know, life goes on. So
wait, this is you. This is Melly PR, or this is you.
This is Melly. This is Melly PR.
Yeah.
And then I've got Melly Music Records that I'm doing, and I've got another one when I'm in partnership with some of my guys called Zen Factory, and I've got another one that didn't work out, was Melly E.
Was it like entertainment?
Yeah, Melly E Entertainment, where we dropped those Left and Right Boys.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that was it.
Shut that video.
Yeah, yeah, you were there. Yeah. You know, so that whole relationship didn't really work out. I think me and the guy didn't really have one vision. Yeah. You know, and I don't blame him, because I feel like maybe he's been scammed a lot of times by people. Okay. So it didn't work out. But the label is gradually growing. It's going far. I know for sure. I know how to spot talent. I'm very good with that. I'll tell you, this one. There's potential there. I'm
not gonna lie, you're really spot on there, because I can see on your social media the artists that are like, but usually on my side, because so I always know those ones. So okay, get about someone. For instance, I'm just gonna give an example. Sheb has been doing good, growing. You know, you would spot him before everyone else jumps on the hype.
Yeah, dog. Like dog. I realized. Like I said, like I was one of the first people to start listening to the Nigerian music when Channel O was still playing on SABC 1. Niggas thought I was weird. Like, what are you listening to that? Ike Chuku, you know, back then. Yeah, or even before P Squared, dog. When Ike Chuku dropped that, they called me Ike Chuku. You remember that song? Like I used to. That was my shit, you know. That was my shit. Like a lot of people started watching Mr. Ibu from my place. Oh, you know. Mr. Ibu, I had the Mr. Ibu thingy. Everybody came to my house to come watch Mr. Ibu because I saw no man. This shit is the shit, you know. Started listening to that back then, and people caught on like, yes, later on, and like, hey, this is actually dope, you know. I don't like to just follow what people like. I like what I like.
Yeah, and you just follow that.
Yeah, if I like it, I like it. I started listening to the Antwoord back then, you know, Afrikaans. Yeah. You know, people are like, what are you listening to? Singing ninja lines. And I'm like, hey man, you know, and then poof, all of a sudden poof, you know, they go big, and then like, hey, these are the guys that you used to listen to. I'm like,
Do you think you saw the same thing with piano? Were you able to predict what piano was?
I predicted that the Gqom sound was done. I remember it was like in October, and I told my boy already, next year June, this is done. Before June, it was done.
But people still
yeah, of course. You know the thing is, that sound in KZN, like
we're not in KZN.
Yeah, so like it's the same thing like Bacardi, right? Yeah. Bacardi now is Yahoo La Leona, but it's been there forever.
Yeah.
People in Pretoria will always listen to Bacardi, no matter who listens to it.
Before,
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
People in KZN, they play that shit all the time. It's tiring. Like in the club,
Too much energy.
I'm like, these people must. Too much energy needed. Why aren't they playing anything else? So I literally went to the DJ and like, say DJ, man, this is supposed to be a tourist destination. You know, once Stira start doing piano, then you know, Rahman, man, you know, let's try to do something else, you know. But you know what I like about people like Oma Porisa, right? People like Oma Porisa, they come in, he doesn't necessarily fully own the sound. He just rides with the people that own the sound. So it's very easy for him to just jump from one genre to another, you know, because he was the gom guy. Yeah. All of a sudden he was able to transition with Kabza using the piano thing. So people didn't say he's a sellout. Imagine right now Destruction Boys coming out with a piano song. Hey, Destruction Boys, what's going on? People are going to laugh.
They're like branded,
you know. So that's the problem with just tying down your brand with one particular sound. You know, I think a lot of Casper is a very good example of trying to move around because you never really know where the gold is. Yeah. You know, when you say you this and then this is out of fashion, what are you going to do now? How long has hip hop been dead now?
It's been a minute, eh?
It's been a minute. You know, something else is overshining that. So he's like, hey, what's going on there? Let's go see what's going on there, you know? Then he went there, he was successful with it, you know? So don't have that thing, you know? Like back in the day when we were growing up, there used to be those guys like, me, I'm a hardcore rapper.
Yeah, you know, for the
culture. I'm underground.
Yo, you're a sellout.
Are you going to eat the culture?
No.
You're not going to eat the culture. Because I remember back in the day when we used to rap, we came with that whole commercial vibes. I kid you not. We were the first niggas to rock skinny jeans in Pretoria. They didn't even sell them in the shops. We had to go get them tailored, you know? Yeah. We were the first people. Like, when we go into ciphers, guys will be like, slick your head and then put it in. My boy will be there. Those days. Then my boy will come into that same cipher after that guy did that and he'll be like, ooh, standards on, this, the ladies, and the dudes will be like, hey man, what's going on here? Yeah. What's happening, you know? So we were just always different growing up, man, you know? Yeah. We just always did things different. They used to call us the glamour boys of Pretoria back then because we used to rock up in ties. Yeah. We used to go, I was in a group called Adrenaline Click back in the day. Oh, okay. We used to rock up in blazers and ties. When we performed, we used to do like choreography. You know, there's some clips on YouTube there. You can see them as dancing on stage in the State Theater, moving the same way. You know, when one raps, we do this. You know, we were very coordinated. It was very dope, man. We were different. You know, I think that's what made us stand out. So it's always nothing wrong with being different, you know? Yeah. You can do this, you can do that, you can do this, you can do that, as long as you eat at the end of the day. Yeah, true. I don't believe in being a sellout. You know, I don't believe in being a sellout. I think Kanye West can come up with an R&B song right now and people are not going to say, hey, Kanye West is a rapper. You know, I think that's the type of stereotype I think that Drake is trying to stay away from. You know, that thing of he's a rapper. We know he can rap. Yeah, we know. But he's always coming with the singing, with his love songs too. You know, just for you not to box him. Yeah. You know, DMX can come out with a R&B song and start singing. It's gonna be like, which one is DMX? I thought you were a G. Yeah. You know. May his soul rest in peace. You know. Yeah. That voice. I love you. Shawty, I love you. R.I.P. bro. You know. Yeah. So sometimes being different, man. You need to be able to jump around and see what works. You know, don't box yourself. I remember even back when I used to rap, you know, I had like we used to also do like our single songs. Yeah. Maybe on the mixtape we'll have like all of us and then each and every person has a song. Everybody was just doing hip hop. Me, I went pop, you know, with the whole electro vibe. Yeah. You know, we ended up performing the song to people, you know, because it was different. Received well. Yeah, it was received well. It was cool.
It's easier to listen to.
You know, it's something new to the ear. You know, it's very important to always have something that's new to the ear. If you go into a club right now, and then they've got a lineup of chess piano guys, and then somebody from Limpopo comes in, you can see things will change now. You know, there'll be like a different vibe. You know, I remember when I used to work with King Munada. Yeah. He had a gig, that place in Sunnyside. What do you call it? Europa. Oh. No? I remember he killed it so bad that people were on top of each other, literally. Niggas were on top of other niggas. They just, you know. And then my friend was like, how is this guy doing this in such a piano wave, you know? Like, how is it possible that he's doing this in such a piano wave? It's something different.
Yeah, bro.
There's no competition in that field. You know, there's no competition in that field. A lot of guys from Limpopo will come to me sending me piano songs.
Yeah.
I'm like, Shab, it's a good song, but this is the sound that you do. Why are you going now falling into an industry where there's a million people, and then you can just easily do this when there's just 6 or 7 people that are commercially successful with it? Run with that, you know?
The sound is so unique.
Yeah, the sound is unique.
It's very easy to break through the international market because you don't know the sound. It's
Yeah.
Jerusalem, for example. You know, there's when was the last time a South African song was ever that big?
I saw Ronaldo post something.
If you, Cardi B was,
Bacardi song, but I was like, wow.
you know, like for example, Bacardi was popping since back in the day of Bomb Java,
Yeah.
and then they took it to the UK. It was killing in the UK. If you go to Mojava's page right now, you'll see a bunch of white people talking about, we love that song called Avocado. You guys remember that Avocado song? Avocado. And then that time, Avocado has been out here for like 6-7 years. It's out of fashion. But people over there, they're loving it. He used to do tours. He had now DJ Spook. They were huge overseas. It's just that they didn't have anybody to just continue that, you know? So that's why right now I'm working with a duo, 2 girls called Bokotzila Dance. They dance. They're killing.
I think I know them.
Yeah, they're killing it on TikTok and everything. Like, people are just fascinated with that sound. You know, the way they move, you know, the way the beats just everywhere. You know, the tempo of the song, you know. It's just crazy. Like, people they're getting bookings for days, you know, because it's something that they are not used to. When are you guys coming to Soweto? They had a gig in Mamelodi with Val Boys, and then they were killing it. The Val Boys were like, hey, we need to book you guys in the Val.
Yeah.
This is the one, you know. I just feel like that just needs somebody to just structure it well, because rest in peace to R5. I don't feel like there was really a good structure there to push him out there like the way he was supposed to be pushed.
Yeah.
Can I get an ashtray, dog?
Okay, you can ask your question.
Okay, yeah. My question is just so in the realm of PR. Actually, let me ask the first question. So you mentioned how you are in this space where you are both promoting artists who are under labels,
Yeah.
and you also work with independent artists. So, in your experience as someone who's been in the game for a while, having seen how some artists get fucked by labels, how would one approach going independent? Because you know better than anyone else, one can never be fully independent. Right? You're always going to need someone. You're always going to need someone to do your PR, your distribution, your all of that. So, in your opinion, from your experience, what is the best way for one to go about being independent?
You know, talking about that, I think it's sort of like I think I would call it a curse, a bit of a curse, because a lot of artists come to me in those situations when they need help with label issues, stolen songs, this and that, you know? So, firstly, personally, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with signing a contract or signing to a label, you know? It's just how you go about with the signing, you know? And then, nowadays anyways, labels don't even sign artists that are not doing anything for themselves. They want you to start, you push your own brand first, and then you come into the picture, and then they're like, okay, cool, we see him, he's doing this and that. So now let's put him to the label and make sure that we just grow that brand from where that person started it, right? And I feel like that also gives a bit of leverage for you to be able to negotiate certain things, because they're not starting from scratch. Because labels have been losing a lot of money when it comes to starting from scratch. Because don't forget, if you sign to a label now, they get you accommodation firstly. If you're in a 360, they get you accommodation, they pay for your medical bills, they pay for your food, you know, they pay for your lights, they pay for everything. And then let's just say that goes on for the next 7-8 years. How much is that? That's a lot of money. That's why I always advise artists to stay away from asking for too much from the label, because they'll always write it down. If you think
they're gonna want it back,
they want to want it back, and then it's a business. You know, they have to get it back. It's their money.
They can operate at a loss.
You know, So they've been losing a lot of money with that. That's why the whole system has changed now. Because if you look at it right now, I personally feel like A&Rs are going out of work. Because now social media is the A&R now. You know, people are finding people online. Who's popping on TikTok? Okay, you popping. Let's do this. Let's do that. And then there's a lot of artists that are getting smarter now. I've had conversations with a lot of artists, and I can tell, this one knows his shit. I think I had a convo a couple of months ago with 25K. Stays 2 houses away from my grandfather. I didn't even know that he was a rapper. So I kept on seeing 25K. Who's this guy? School is getting booked, 25K. And then when his video came out, I was like, hey.
Culture.
Yeah, look how Nolo. I went to his house, get a rapper munna. Sorry for putting him on blast. His uncle was, I know actually it's public record, because if you can check on his YouTube there, it says on behalf of Lekho Nolo. So his uncle was my father's best friend. I used to be friends with his brother. I was like, I didn't know you rap. I'm like, yeah, but I sent you a message on Facebook. I'm like, on Facebook? I'm like, what's your name on Facebook? It's like, Pablo Cachulo. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to know you, Pablo Cachulo? You know how many messages that I get on thingy, But with him, he's very smart. He knows how to move. He's got the right people with him. He's got Bokatleho Malachi. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Katleho Malachi. He's an entertainment lawyer. He's a very close friend of mine. G knows his shit, He's been helping them with that whole homecoming thingy, and he's doing management for them, setting up the deals. So, he's very good in that space. But not everybody can have a Katleho Malachi on his side.
True.
True. So one thing that I feel like artists need to do more is to just read. The internet is there.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, it's the education part.
Yeah, just read, and because a lot of artists tend to go in there with hunger too much.
Yeah.
And they neglect, or I need to also know what I'm getting myself into. Fine, there's nothing wrong with also being independent, but being independent sometimes can be difficult unless if you're lucky and you get a hit. And even with that, there's artists that get hits and they still run to the labels. I'm like, why are you running to the label? You've got a hit. The song will automatically do its own PR, it'll do its own marketing.
But if you just have one song,
the people will call you and say, no, take advantage of that, get the bookings, make the money, and then go and sign. Yeah, capitalize on it, shoot your own videos, and then go and sign afterwards, because the song is popping already.
Even things like shooting your own video, how do you get it on like TV and stuff like that?
Dog, when you've got one of the hottest songs in the country, you will find a way. You will find a way.
All of these channels will want to.
Yeah, people will call your phone. Yeah, people will call your phone and say, we need you here, we need you there, because you popping. Same thing happened with some boys. Let me not just mention their name.
Let's not be there.
Those ones from the label will not mention.
Yeah, let's not mention those people, because I've been in a lot of wars with labels, and on top of that, I do work with labels, both major labels and independent labels. So, like Ganyan Entertainment.
Okay.
I've worked with Dimogul. I don't know if you're Dimogul. Yeah, I've done some work with him. Dope guy, talented guy. He's my G. Worked with him, worked with Kanyane, worked with distribution companies like Ziki Media. I've worked with so many people. Worked with Share Publishing. I don't know if you guys know Share Publishing. Yeah, I've worked with Share Publishing. I've worked with an artist called Celestial from Cameroon. He's got that Water song with Beyonce and Pharrell Williams on the Lion King album. Worked with him. I was doing his plugins this side. I've just been working with a whole different,
I've worked with like a lot of people.
Yeah, I've worked with a lot of people. And then the weird thing, it's on record.
Yeah.
I'm the first guy that put Sinom Solo. Is it Msono or Msolo? The vocalist guy. Sino. I'm the first guy to get him crispy fresh on Channel O. He doesn't even know it. Doesn't even know me. Because I was doing it through...
the back doors.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that I can be in the same room with, but then they wouldn't know that I was the one that was working on that. That's how I like it though. Yeah, it's fine. Undermine me. blog your shit. I'm kidding.
But yeah, like you do a lot. Actually do a lot.
And then with me in my space, I really don't like being called a publicist, you know.
Yeah.
It boxes me a lot because I do a lot. I write. I'm in studio writing, you know.
Or you even do like songwriting.
I was a rapper, remember?
Oh, okay. I mean, I want to hear
I'm
some
all-
bars.
I'm all
I'd like to
around-
hear some bars.
Yeah, I'm all around
You know, you
creative.
can't just.
Yeah, I used to be.
all been
I used
rappers.
to be- yeah. No, I was a good rapper. I don't know about
Yeah.
you.
I mean, I like to believe I'm a good rapper. Oh, wait.
So like, I'm everywhere. Like I said.
will tell you this because there's a section of the show where we've asked our guests to rap a few bars.
Yeah.
So you put yourself in that section already.
Yeah, we want to hear some
If
bars.
I can remember some bars, I'll do
Just
it.
give us something, maybe.
Yeah,
Give us
if
something.
I can still remember, because it's been a minute, man. You know, and my raps are very commercial to the point where it'll sound very weird if I just start rapping it, you know. Because we used to be those ones that make music for the ladies, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies are not haters.
Yeah, they love.
Did pop, so
Did pop, right?
I did one pop song.
Okay.
One pop song. Yeah, but then, you know, we always used to say, let's cater for the ladies first. If we cater for the ladies, the guys that are hating will eventually follow the ladies. Oh, this
Yeah.
is what the ladies like.
That's how it is.
You know, that's why we came with that whole swag, you know, with the ties, like literally, remember Semi-Max Square?
Yeah.
Like we could walk through Semi-Max Square. We used to do those shows called stage nights. Remember stage nights? With Nantes. Remember Nantes? You guys don't know Nantes?
I mean, I'm imagining Seshwin. No, he's been in Pretoria longer.
There's a guy
Just
called,
got here.
you know, Big Rome. You know Big Rome though. Yeah, we used to do stage nights way back in 2000 and when was that? 2009, 8. I'm old. 2009, 8. We used to do. I remember we opened up for Pro Kid, opened up for AKA when he had his first project. Opened up for Questa, I think.
Victory Lap album.
Yeah. At the beginning, when he just dropped the first single.
Wow.
Yeah, somewhere there. So we did Pro Red Button, I remember. We did Zabs, The Last Letter. Remember Zabs? Yeah. Yeah, you know, back then we used to listen to a lot of underground rap, you know? Yeah. Yeah, Bo, Infinite Tabs, you know, all of those guys. We used to listen to those people, those who go through hell to tell what they do not dwell, have no truth. You remember that? Yeah, so that's the shit that we used to be on. But then we were just like, hey, this type of music is too male infested, man. You know? Aye, man, let's do something for the ladies.
We're gonna do some pop.
You know? And then we came out with that whole, you know, was the era of the blood spillers. Remember the blood spillers?
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
my G remembers the blood spillers. That era of the blood spillers, we came in with that skinny jeans. They were baggy, gangster, fighting, G Unit, you know? Yeah, and then they started seeing a difference now. When these guys are around, you know, the ladies are flocking to them now. What's
Yeah.
going on? So they wanted to keep us close now, you know, because we came with a whole different swag. You know, when the swag thing was coming in, you know, with the Kanye West shades that were just going through, you know, with the fake babes that we all used to wear, thinking they were real. Yeah, with the lines, you know, you couldn't see shit, but it was cool.
The shades on.
Like, can you see it? I can't see shit, but hey, this is
cool
the
as
in
well.
thing, you know? Yeah, so you guys can follow me, Melly Music PR on thingy, on Facebook. Melly Music PR _SA on Instagram. I think that's where you guys can see most of my work and my craziness over there. I don't know my TikTok, but I'm there. You know, like, just Melly Music. You can just Google Melly Music. I think you'll find everything.
Yeah.
I'm Googleable.
Yeah, I'm spending all my cash on my bitches and my friends. Take a picture on Instagram and step on that medieval dance.